What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here in this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, well, I don't know if you caught the live stream or not, but the Rebellion pre-sale is now over. And I want to just do a quick video kind of focusing on where are we now? What comes next? What is the aftermath of this? And hopefully, you know, we do have the Thanksgiving holiday coming up here in the US, but hopefully after that, right? So within about 10 days from the day that I'm recording this, we're going to get Land. A week after that, we're going to get Rebellion. And then who knows what 2024 can bring. So as you can see here, let's start with the good, right? And don't, if I say that, I don't mean like there's a bunch of bad. I'm just saying let's start with something that is glaringly obviously good. And that is SPS is actually up over 1.8 cents. And if you think about the fact that the low that we put in was around like 1.3, well, we're up like 40% from that. Now, is it multiples? No, it's not. But we have also, in addition to the SPS price going up, we've also burned a ton of it. If you remember, I mean, this was only at like 3 or 4 million just a week or two ago. Now, granted, some of the burning that has happened has been in preparation for Land, which obviously did not hit earlier this week. But with everybody, you know, there was also a lot that was done just in the past couple of days with everybody trying to get in on this Rebellion presale. So I should have started here, but just in case you missed it, we did not sell out of the presale. We are at 492,000 packs. So there was about 7,000-ish left over. And those get burned, right? I shouldn't even say leftover. Those just get burned. So now, in addition to this 492,000, there will be 9.5 million that will be available on December 5th. So you can see here, you know, SPS has gone up. We have moved, we've moved the price of SPS. We have also burned a good amount of SPS, right? 16 million now, up from 4 million just a little while ago. And what has that done for DEC? Well, we've printed a lot of DEC. You can see here just over the past week, we've minted about 150 million on the 30-day, right? It's close to 200 million. So you can just see here from the chart that everything has gone up significantly. But keep in mind that a good amount of that is locked up in the DAO now. So let's actually go over to the rich list, and you can see that there's going to be over 1.1 billion DEC that was locked up in the DAO, at least when I checked earlier. Let's see if this is going to pull up now. It will not. Can we pull up anything? There we go. All right, so you can see 1.13 billion DEC is now locked up in the DAO. So you think about the fact that 1.1 is locked up. That means there's about 3.7 billion that is currently out there in liquid, right? We know a couple hundred million of that is locked up in liquidity pools. A couple hundred million of that is in bridges. Team is holding on to a good amount. So with that being said, right, what happens with DEC now? Do we have enough? How much is going to be needed in addition for Land, or is there, you know, are we going to have too much essentially for Land at this point? Now, the thing is, with everything getting so crunched up and scrunched up at the end of the year, the way that Land and Rebellion are going to be now, essentially a week apart. And again, I say this optimistically, right? I have no idea what's going to happen. I hope that there's not going to be any more delays. But as of now, right, the team pushed back Land so that it's literally going to launch a week before Rebellion. I don't think that was the optimal way to do this. I don't even know if it's the optimal way to do it now, but that's kind of just where we stand. And I hope that there's no delays on Rebellion at the very least. With this kind of like 1-2 punch that we have, I mean, the rest of the year could get really exciting because there's going to be massive demand for DEC. Excuse me, massive demand for DEC once Land goes live. And then literally the week after that, you guys will all be able to like play with the Rebellion cards. I've been trying to hype them up because I am really excited. I think we'll be able to see exactly how powerful and what the appetite for them will be in these higher levels, right? Or at least in some of the higher levels, higher leagues. But at the end of the day, I don't think 500,000 packs is going to be close to enough. My estimate was that we would see for the current player base anywhere between 2 to 3 million. Now, I don't think that's going to happen in December, but what could be interesting is if SPS starts to rise, you may get people that try to lock in their SPS gains by just burning it immediately for DEC and then buying the cards. So that's going to be something to watch. Obviously, I don't think the player base has grown significantly over the last 6 months. If anything, it seems like it's shrunk. So we need to be very cognizant of like how many packs are actually hitting the marketplace. Are there people just trying to, you know, farm some of the rewards, trying to flip cards, pretty much gamble on packs and then flip cards if the prices are high early on? Will that lead to an oversupply? I have no idea. But overall, the token economy is looking much better right now. I mean, even vouchers crossed 3.4 cents. But, the thing with vouchers is we're going to print another 1.2 million before the end of the year, right? In fact, it's probably going to be closer to like 2 million or closer to like 1.8 million by the end of the year. So even though we burned probably like 600,000 today on the pre-sale, we're going to mint that, in just a couple of days here. So it's not going to be anything like vouchers. We're going to need a lot more for them. We will need not just pack sales, but we'll need promo cards next year, the airdrop conflicts, battle wagons. All of that is going to be stuff that's going to be needed to get these vouchers up to, hopefully, my goal is the intended or soft peg that they have right now. But overall, we're seeing good things across the board. Obviously, DEC is not at peg, but we did see it cross peg several times as people were rushing in to buy. And I think that over time, we're just going to see that. I don't think DEC is ever going to be like at or above peg for significant amounts of time. There's always going to be people that will be receiving DEC as some kind of payment, whether it's in the market, whether it's for renting out your SPS. They're going to be receiving that and probably trying to take profit selling that DEC. On top of that, anytime DEC gets close to peg, you'll probably get people burning SPS for DEC and then using that DEC for whatever they need, staking on land, rebellion packs, and such. But, on the whole, I thought, even though we didn't sell out, I thought that this was a very well put together event. Obviously, the last couple of hours were very exciting. You even had Uncle Aggie jumping in and getting everybody hyped up about it with, with like hourly updates on how many packs were left and how much time you had to go. And I honestly think, had the pre-sale lasted like another 30 seconds to a minute longer, we probably would have sold out. I think everybody was just playing it conservatively in the end. And I know that there are many people who are looking just barely on the outside in and are like, I should have bought, or I wish like it had gone through. But everything was just super chaotic at the end. You can watch it on the replay from the live stream. But, will these prices hold for now? I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't think so. You can see Bitcoin's kind of choppy here, especially if Bitcoin decides to correct a little bit, maybe drops down to 35, 34, then I wouldn't be surprised if SPS and the rest of the market kind of follow. But it is nice to see that when there is a lot of activity going on, we have started to burn a good amount of SPS. And I don't know how much of that will continue once land starts. I know that it will, right? Because there's just not enough DEC out there, in my opinion, for both land and rebellion. But, I could be overestimating things too. So I got to put my Papa Bear hat back on and then see what happens. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What are your overall, obviously everybody's a little upset, obviously for land, but on the whole, how did the Rebellion presale? Just, if you look at that in a vacuum, how did it go? What are you happy with? What aren't you happy with? And what is your viewpoint on, these types of presales for new sets, whether it's a core set or a mini set moving forward? Did Splinterlands do something right or better this time? Or are there still areas in which you think that they could improve? Again, it sounds like I'm getting feedback for the team. I'm honestly not, but I'm sure if you have some feedback here, it could be helpful for them. I'm just genuinely curious if people like this format versus Chaos Legion and Rift Watchers, because that's really the only context that the rest of the community has. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That's all I got for you in this video. I'll catch you in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.